least I could do is wear less weight dress. Because my story isn't stitched into clothes. In fact, it's stitched into the every phases that I've taken that brought me here. And let me ask you one thing. How many of you have joined engineering? Let's say out of family meeting. Any hands raised? I think it's a big number. Don't worry, I'm also that confused kid too as well. I'm fascinated with computers from childhood, like I would say fourth standard. And my loving mom wants me to become a doctor. And my caring elder brother, supported her, and both made me take, science in my 11th standard. One day, my loving dad wanted to drop by the college and check me how I'm doing, like any responsible father. But he got the surprise that she was not a student in math section. So immediately that day evening, he didn't scold me. In fact, he spoken to me so softly, asking me, in your fourth standard, you said when you have to choose between computers and ads, you don't like the messy classrooms, the scissors and the pins. You love the computers because they're having revolving chairs, AC rooms, the mysterious box with games and flowcharts. This course you are in, it will not lead you to computers or your US dream which you spoke of. Not even a blink of moment. I said, no, I want to go to US. Like everyone does have the American dream those days. I switched to math, and that's how I found my way to computer science engineering. I finished it with a distinction. Again, confusion tapped me. Like during those days, ISB was the buzzword in the city. I was thinking, should I go for masters abroad or ISB? Hence, obviously, I picked ISB. I get to know that to do ISB, 3 years of work experience is required. So ultimately, I landed in a tech job. Honestly, I got bored. Desk jobs weren't me. I thought I want to experience something real where I could see the impact rather than the code on the screen. Hence, again, confusion. I thought it shows infrastructure. My loving dad stepped in again with a trademark smile. Infrastructure projects aren't built in AC rooms. They are built in the sun, dusty boots, and boots on the ground. Is that okay for you? I just paused a second. Then said, okay, let's do this. So I've chosen infrastructure, big projects, dusty booths, broken roads, mining excavations, flat solar power plants, and tall windmills. I've learned how the real world looked like. I thought I made it. Again, a confusion. This time, not my loving dad. My mentor from ISB professor. He have given me a clarity. You want to run. You don't just want to run a business. You want to build something that creates an impact. That line stayed with me. So I decided to join ISB to deep dive into analytics, and that's how I joined ISB. Once we joined ISB, when I joined the infrastructure company, my management, they've seen some potential in me. They have given me a blank page, asked me to create something new. I have taken up a lost vertical of the BSC company and then made into profits. That's how entrepreneurship tasted me. While doing that, I was not a person to chase the dreams. I realized that I'm here to build something. Hence, entrepreneurship found me, I would say quietly but so powerfully. When I'm working for, I thought I figured out what I can do in the next future. Again, my old friend, confusion tapped me. Here, I was confused what sector I should go into. I was just attending some friend's wedding. I have seen drones capturing these stunning shots of flowers, fireworks, and beautiful bride and the groom. I was just thinking, why can't we fly drones above the farms or roads or borders that capture something matters? Hence, I discussed with my mentors again. We just started working on the drones, what are drones exactly, and how we can integrate that to solutions. When I'm in research, with my past experiences of tech, infra, and data, I come across that there are drones, only people pursue that as a hobby drone which captures for entertainment purpose. We want to work on that. When we started working on drones, what exactly the real matter brings in, we come across that the defense is one sector where the drones are drastically not providing how much intense they can provide. When we are working in that sector, I tasted the first experience of failure. No one encouraged, I would say. Then when we finally try to launch the platform, the first drone which we designed, it never turned back. One day it got fired thanks to the wiring error. Sometimes it crashed mid-flight. Sometimes I would say I crashed out of fatigue. Amidst all this chaos, I kept building, and finally, during these tough times, we are always motivated with the successful entrepreneurs around us. And for me, it's always the motivation comes from Elon Musk, one of the famous quotes. When something is important enough for you, even if all the odds are against you, just go for it. Considering that and taking inspiration from this famous quote, we kept building. Finally, we launched the AI platform. It's like a hip hip hooray moment for all of us because we got a successful drone. Then another frame trapped me, which is rejection. Pitches didn't work. Everyone ignored. Some said it's, I would say, too early. Some said like it's ambitious. Even few said it's already ahead of its time. Then I realized entrepreneurship isn't about an innovation or the glamorous unicorn status or even massive X valuations. It's all about surviving the big X number, where the X includes your failures, rejections, being misunderstood, pilot projects won't work. It's not just raising funds, it's raising yourself every time when the world says no. It's not a fancy LinkedIn post. I don't have a LinkedIn account, though, don't search. You can't find it. Even if it's told a no for 100 times, you should stop for the 101th time. And that persistence and resilience to build something where what I have acquired all these years of work experience, we launched the AI augmented drone analytics, which is first of its kind. I was like super elated. Finally, we launched the platform. From just an idea, we reached to a stage where we are the first ones where we have designed the India's AI nano record drone. We launched the platform. We participated in the startup Mahakumbh, and out of 3,000 plus startups, we got the honor to host our Honorable Minister Piyush Goyal ji for our innovation. Things are going so well. Then we felt there is a need for when I was at home after all these building credentials, I just heard there's a conversation at home. It's like I heard farmers are facing shortage of labor. Immediately after that, it's so deepened. A disheartening news like one farmer lost his life due to a snake bite in the fields. I was just thinking, devastated at that moment, why technology can't be used for the real needy people. Then we started working out how we can integrate technology to the agriculture sector and when we can empower the real roots of people who are the farmers, where 70% of Indian population lives in the rural sector. Then we done the research, we thought that we have to establish a center which is going to be a first of its kind center of excellence drone lab. And then we have a doubt here. Like, should we do at the metro or should we go to the tier 2 towns? Because we are a startup where we are aiming for global market. So there is a contradiction between our business model. Finally, we thought, let this be a vertical which creates a social impact and let the USP of the startup goes to the global market. Hence, we have chosen a tier 2 town in the Godavari belts of Andhra Pradesh, and we have set up the first of its kind Center of Excellence Drone Lab. The only reason is to impact the farmers and help the rural women to make them self-empowered and self-sustainable. That's how we landed to building the Center of Excellence Drone Lab in one of the best states in Andhra, which we could see. When we are doing all these things, we come across there is a lot of shortage of indigenization of the components, particularly even the recent very tragic accident of the terror attacks. We have seen this lot of, I would say, shortage of indigenization as well as advanced usage of AI and technology. We started working on the drones where AI could be our own indigenization IP model. Hence, we have designed an AI-based drone model which can provide situational awareness to the border sector soldiers. This helps them to save themselves during these kind of attacks, whether it's a Kashmir Poonch attack or whether it's a Pahalgam attack. So we want to finally we landed our startup in such a way it's empowering industries, it's empowering the defense sector as well as the rural sector. When we are doing all these things, I was just in London, I would say 2 weeks ago. I just got an opportunity to meet my friend after a decade. We met, we have a nostalgic tears, dinner, there's laughter, selfies, compliments, everything. And then the goodbye is like a Bollywood climax. And 20 years later, I got a message from her ping. I was disappointed in you. I'm like, first blink, I reread the message. I was just thinking maybe she has sent to some wrong Janaki. I zoomed in my own profile pic, but it's for me. I was thinking why. Little later, I thought, leave it. The reason here to leave it is people compliment you or hype you one day, the very next day they change the tone and critique you. Today you might be a TEDx speaker, and for some people you might be the cryptic WhatsApp status. Realizing these things, I learned you can never impress anyone. And there's always, we have successful people, as I said. I'm always, Steve Jobs, like anyone gets motivated of his work in the IT, in the technology sector. He always says, let opinion of others don't drown your own inner voice. Be firm to your heart and what you want to do. Go with your intuition. So immediately I just buckle up myself. Let her opinion to herself. There's nothing to do for me. I did what all I can do. And then I left. And then I moved back to my work. I suggest you all don't just see drones or AI or quantum computing or any other the tech buzzwords that's revolving around today just for a startup or building for a applause or something, but try to see what's the real social impact you can create as a national wide. Because if we see, we are in the era of a great prime minister where the startup is today in India recognized in a global market, and we are standing at the fifth position in the trillion economy of the market. Hence, you are the future of the country. I suggest you be bold, keep dreaming, keep building, try to focus on one area, pick your sector, do research. You have eminent professors and mentors, and today Hyderabad has a great ecosystem to support you. And while coming to this college, I missed my college because we don't have this much opportunity those days. We don't have a TEDx, live sessions happening in our college. We used to follow all these things. Just only good thing is I born to a big family, so I have many cousins who already moved to US and all. So with that guidance, I have built my career. But for you, you have a live experience to understand the real world, build careers, dream big, try to focus on it. Keep your focus at least for 2 to 3 years. See, no startup can be said success or failure until you work at least for 2 years. 2 years is the time where you have put in your efforts, your blood, your sweat, and try to see whether you could able to scale it up. If not scale it, try to pivot it. Beyond 2 years, I would suggest not to work even. But still, I would suggest you all focus on your career. Don't just be a job seekers. Try to create job employment. That's what is required for a country like India. And you are the brightest minds. I am privileged that I got just an opportunity here to talk to you all and share my memories. In fact, it's an incredible opportunity for me. to stand here. I was never known that until I get a mail that I'm invited. I was just even discussing morning with my colleagues while coming here. Do I really achieved something to convey to the students? And they were like, yes, ma'am, you are. Please be bold. I'm happy if I really could able to inspire you. And you're always there. You can always connect to us. And thank you so much for this great opportunity.